Zane, Clodfelter with Otters TV, here with Preston, Leinenbach. We're wrapping up Game 1 of the Frontier League Division Series at Bosse Field after the Washington Wild Things beat Evansville by a final of 4-1. Thomas Dormany for the Washington Wild Things really, as advertised, pitching 7 innings. The Otters were able to get to him, get some base runners, but the double play ball, I think, was the biggest killer we saw all night.
Yeah, the double play ball for Evansville just couldn't quite find the hole, find some green grass to work with here tonight at Bosse Field. And like I said, grabbed that early 1-0 lead. Thought that was going to be a tone setter for the rest of the night. And then after that, Dormy just kind of locked in for Washington. I mean, he didn't really overpower the Otters hitters, I don't think. It's just that he just did a great job of pitching to his defense.
No, he got the ground balls when he needed them, and you thought for a little bit Randy Wynn and him were going to have some sort of pitcher's duel. I mean, Randy Wynn didn't allow a hit until the 3rd, 4th inning.
He retired the first 11 batters.
Yeah, and then something happened in, what was it, the 5th or 6th?
6th inning. Yeah.
The 6th inning, bases were loaded. They got a couple of cheap hits. The trainer, Anna Owens, came out. The Otters eventually lifted him for Matt Chavarria. We don't know what the situation with Randy is, whether or not it was just precautionary. It might have been a good time to go to the bullpen anyway, because you kind of started to see Washington timing up those at-bats against Randy.
Yeah, I mean, they began that inning with 4 straight hits, including the tying run at the time. So yeah, it might have been the right time anyway, but and again, like I said, it might be just precautionary, considering that we might see Randy win again in this series toward the end of it. He's obviously worked on short rest the last couple of starts, so you try to just get what you can out of him and hope that your bullpen can take over and handle business, which overall the bullpen did a good job considering they had to pitch 4 innings.
Yeah, pretty interesting. The Otters just finished with 5 hits. David Cronin had 2 of them, and Jeff Gardner had 2 of them, and then the other one goes to Carlos Castro, who really lined into an unfortunate double play early in the game. But the Otters, if they're going to win this series, even on Wednesday at Bosse Field, they're going to have to get production from the top half of the lineup. So that means guys like Brian Long and Travis Harrison, they're going to have to come through, because both guys had runners in scoring position during their at-bats. They just couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, that's definitely right, and those guys know that. Brian Long and Harrison, with the offense has been clicking here, especially within the last couple weeks. Those guys have been a big part of it, especially Harrison. Getting his average back up at a dramatic rate within the last couple weeks to finish the season above 300. But like I said, those guys just have to come through and get on base, and for Harrison be that RBI guy that he's been to lead the team this year.
A couple of observations that I just noticed. This game felt eerily similar to 2014. Back then, there was a wild card round, and then the 2 wild card teams would play for the right to get to this point that we're at right now in the FLDS. Washington came here, got a dominant pitching performance, shut Evansville's offense down. I remember Jeremy Nowak hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th when they were down 4-0. Made the score look a little bit closer, but you felt, man, Evansville's only down 3-1, down 4-1. But with how good Washington's pitching was, it was hard to kind of believe that there was going to be a comeback tonight.
Yeah, it definitely felt that way, especially once Strucker came on in the 9th. I mean, he has 20-plus saves this season, one of the best closers in the league. You kind of knew if it got to that point where it's a safe situation, Strucker's in, it's going to be tough. And the Otters just couldn't quite mount that comeback beforehand. And again, just got to kind of brush it off to the side and try to bounce back tomorrow with Tyler Beardsley, the probable starter for Evansville tomorrow. Yeah,
so Tyler Beardsley gets to start for Evansville. It's the final home game guaranteed at Bosse Field for this Frontier League Division Series. After Wednesday's game number 2 at the ballpark, there's going to be a travel day on Thursday, and then the series will pick back up on Friday at Wild Things Park in Washington, Pennsylvania. So potentially could be the last time to see Evansville Otters baseball this summer, so we encourage everybody to check out EvansvilleOtters.com. You can actually purchase your tickets right then and there. If you don't like using the World Wide Web, we still have a telephone, 812-435-8686. There'll be
just come on by.
Yeah, come on by. There'll be ticket reps from the moment the front office opens, which I believe every morning at 9 o'clock. So game number 2, Wednesday, 6:35 right here at Bosse Field, and then the series will shift east. So that's all we have. We'll be back after game number 2. Preston Leinenbach, thanks to Donovan Hall, who filmed this, and Sam Delick's on assignment for the rest of history. I'm Zane Clodfelter. This has been Otters TV.